Hi everyone, I'm John Flett, and today we're going to discuss an intriguing aspect of ADHD that doesn't always get the attention it deserves: the relationship between ADHD and eating behaviours, including the preference for certain textures, impulsive eating, and the potential link with obesity. So let's talk about attention deficit disorder, or ADHD. Is a condition, as you might know, that's characterized by a pattern of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that is more severe than what is typically observed in individuals at the same comparative level of development, almost for the age of the child. Now, food is not just fuel for our bodies, it's also intimately linked to our emotions and behaviors. For individuals with ADHD, this relationship is often very complex. Many with ADHD exhibit a preference for foods such as crunch and texture. The act of crunching can be immensely satisfying. It's a multi-sensory experience that provides auditory feedback, and it can be a form of self-stimulation or self-regulation, helping to maintain the alertness in a way that's similar to fidgeting or moving or even talking. So impulsivity, a hallmark of ADHD, can also be extended to eating habits. There's often a tendency to eat without pausing to determine if one is truly hungry. This can lead to overeating. And when combined with a preference for high energy drinks, crunchy foods, starchy, and of course, snack food manufacturers know this. They add that crunch. It's almost like addictive, which can often add high calories, and it can contribute to weight gain. The need for this immediate gratification can also play a role. The rapid dopamine release that comes from consuming sugary or high-fat foods can especially be appealing to those with ADHD who might have dysregulated dopamine pathways. In other words, food is almost like a crunchy way of stimulating, and particularly sugars, this craving for dopamine. So this instant reward may override the slower, less intense satisfaction that comes from eating healthier options. And it's not just what is eaten, but it's also how it's eaten. Eating can be an impulsive act for those with ADHD. There may be less planning around meals. It's more episodic binge eating, unplanned eating, grabbing a snack whenever the urge strikes, often in response to stress or boredom rather than hunger. So all of these factors and the preference for certain textures, impulsivity, and the search for sensory stimulation, and the need for instant gratification can contribute to this development, I'm afraid, of obesity. The prevalence of obesity amongst those with ADHD is much higher than the general population. And this is obviously a significant concern. And I see this particularly with children that come home and sit in front of TV. What do they do at the weekend? I'm on my iPad, I'm on the TV, and I sit and eat. It's this need to constantly kind of have stimulation. So obesity contains a myriad of health issues: heart disease, diabetes, and even mental health disorders. So what can we do about this? Just be aware, and have awareness is the first step. Recognizing that eating behaviors can be part of ADHD. It can help individuals and caregivers take proactive steps, structuring meal times, mindful eating practices, and a focus on balanced nutrition that can be beneficial. For some, working with a dietitian or a healthcare provider that understands, and also making sure that medication is taken adequately. It's important to address the emotional component of eating. Sometimes there is this emotional anxiety, this constant need to feel good. Strategies for maintaining stress, boredom, and the need for sensory feedback can really reduce impulsive eating. Regular exercise. Remember, outside, if you're further outside away from the kitchen, you don't eat as much. And it can also improve mood. So really, in conclusion, it's this interplay between ADHD, eating behaviors, and obesity is rather complex. So by understanding these texture type foods that individuals with ADHD are drawn to and the underlying reasons that these eating habits can develop, we can develop strategies to support healthier choices and, of course, avoid this eating issue. Remember, each person with ADHD is unique and different. It doesn't happen with everyone. And so too should be their approach to food. So tailored strategies that consider individual preferences, challenges are essential because not all children like eating the same things. So thank you for joining me today. And if you're looking for more information on ADHD related topics, visit my website, drflett.com, or contact us, because this is part of the interplay of understanding the complexity of ADHD.